Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Civic Education Minds. I'm Teacher K. Today we are going to look at the Constitution. This is the first topic that is usually covered in civic education because it opens up the doors for all these other topics that you find in this subject. Now, when you look at the topics that are found in civic education as a subject, you find that some of these topics are actually components and concepts that are related to the Constitution. And this is the reason why we need to cover this topic as the first topic. I usually encourage starting with this topic because this one opens up the minds for all these other topics. Now let's dive into what really is a Constitution. Now there are different ways that you can define this one. But the definition that we're going to go by is that a constitution is a set of fundamental laws, principles, and customs that guide how a government operates. We can also say that it's the supreme law that is standing tall above all other laws that are found in that country, community, or whichever organization that is. Think of it as the backbone of a nation. It's the strongest law that you're going to find, and any other law that is contrary to what the Constitution says is subordinate. Therefore, it is the supreme law of the land. Now, we talked about laws, principles, and customs. Laws are simply the set of rules. These are the do's and the don'ts that a community sets up. Then when we talk about customs, these are accepted traditions or habits of the people in a society. These have been there like for quite some time, and people have come to accept these customs. These customs are behaviors that have been passed down like from one generation to another within a particular society. Examples of such that we can give are maybe wedding customs. So when you go to the Constitution, you find the Constitution talking about marriage. That is something that has been there for quite some time. How is a marriage going to be conducted, and what procedures should people take for that marriage to be accepted? Then the last one that we have is principles. Now, these are beliefs and values. For example, the rule of law and the separation of powers. Those are some principles that you're going to find. So, laws, customs, and principles that guide how a government operates. Now, remember that this Constitution is something that a society gives to itself. They choose on how this Constitution is going to be implemented. Now, the other thing that we have to look at is that there is a term which is constitutionalism that usually comes up whenever we're talking about a constitution. What is constitutionalism? Constitutionalism is simply the practice of strictly adhering to the constitution. You are strictly following the constitution. That is constitutionalism. There are two main types of a constitution. The first one is a written constitution and unwritten constitution. Then we can also look at the forms of a constitution. The forms of a constitution are flexible and rigid. Having looked at what a constitution is, in the next video we are going to look at what a written constitution is. Thank you for being with me. I will see you in the next video.